Our first 2 years, somebody was always sick. We almost lost 3 of our children. They all have miracle stories to tell, but we never once questioned that wasn't where we were supposed to be.
I'm Scott.
I'm Susan,
and this is my life as a missionary. We live in a town called Amtiman. It's in the southeastern part of Chad. The beauty of the country grows on you, but it takes probably a decade, I would think, to see that beauty.
And the kind of work that we've been doing has to do with community development. That's the means that we've chosen to plant churches. So we work with Muslims and we use friendship evangelism.
We do a lot of visiting in town because we have friends in town that we like to go see, and Susan's doing a lot of discipleship in town, and that's just a neighborly walk across town to do.
We kind of feel like our town is built up, but a lot of the work that Scott does is in villages in the middle of nowhere. One positive reason for being able to work in a rural setting is you don't have quite as much outside influence, which gives our message a little bit more hold.
The world has definitely come to Amtiman. You know, people get satellite TV and they can get on the internet, but a lot of the distractions that make us too busy in the West to really stop and think about where we're going to spend eternity or what that's going to look like, they don't have a lot of those distractions. They're really concerned about putting food on the table, not going hungry during the next dry season. And there is time to really have those conversations with people out there.
When you're in a rural setting, it's easy to keep the main thing because you're not distracted by all the glitz and glamour and commercials, and you're just doing life, and it's much easier to do life with other people, which means it's much easier to make relationships.
Raising kids in the area that we're in, it has its risks, like living anywhere in the world does. Some of the risks are different, disease, not having medical care, and we firmly believe that when God called me and God called Susan individually to go to Chad, God knew that we were going to have children, and He doesn't just call parents, He calls families as a unit.
Anybody who wants to work in a rural area, your calling is super important, and you really need to ask the Lord to give you those markers in your life where you know for sure that you were called to do that. Because when we're called to go to a difficult area, we're called to good days, but we're also called to really bad days. And so for us, it was just really important that we knew that God wanted us in this area no matter what. We signed up to go and die if that's what we had to do.